My congratulatory remarks to the class of 2020. First, let me tell you how incredibly proud I am of each of you. Over the last few months, you've somehow managed to take care of yourselves and your families under some very trying conditions, and you've also finished your coursework and will be awarded your high school diploma. You've had to deal with the bitter disappointment of not finishing your senior year like those classes that have come before you. I would be remiss, however, if I spent my moments speaking just about the last 9 weeks of school. I would have missed my opportunity to tell you about the 135 other weeks that you guys walked the hallways as Pirates here at Port Charlotte. What an amazing class you've been. Academically, in my mind, the class of 2020 will always be remembered as the foundation of an academic change at our school that's unprecedented in our history. The idea that all students, irregardless of capability, have the opportunity to step outside the general curriculum and challenge themselves in the advanced level coursework has been at the hallmark of the class of 2020. Classes taken in advanced placement, East Cambridge, industry certifications, and of course, dual enrollment are just to name a few. The numbers are staggering. In your freshman year, there were 500 advanced level course exams taken. That number will be over 1,600 this year, and it's projected to be at 2,100 next year. That's incredible. I've always known you were a special group academically, but that was solidified for me back in August, the first week of school, when Dr. Bishop came in my office and said, Mr. Long, you're not going to believe this. We don't have one, we don't have two, we have three general senior English classes that want to convert to the ACE Cambridge program. What a wonderful academic legacy you have left all future Pirates to take part in. Outside the classroom, this has been a very successful group, and that success can be found everywhere. If you went into the gym, you'd see all the championship banners that you've earned over the last 4 years. Some of the highlights are our volleyball team playing in the Final Four for the first time in 26 years. Model United Nations, in spite of its small size, continues to dominate on the national stage. I would argue our band program is second to none in the state of Florida. The performance piece of drama and chorus, and of course all of the artwork displayed throughout campus, continue to remind me of how special of a class you truly have been. You guys listened when we told you 4 years ago to get involved and stay involved at your school. I've also heard the phrase care and compassion mentioned recently. I've said it, your teachers may have said it. I have always found the class of 2020 to be a very caring and compassionate group. The idea or your willingness to grab a hand or put your arm around somebody that's physically different than you or different at cognitive ability has been a joy for me to watch over the last 4 years. You're not afraid to call others a teammate, a classmate, a schoolmate. So when our senior class was able to develop a diversity club with Dr. Curtis this year, it truly was an amazing group where kids can come together and talk about ways to improve our school. What an amazing accomplishment for the class of 2020. But care and compassion also runs very deep. Many of you know Gody Marcelin was to have graduated this year with you. Gody would have been very, very proud of what you've accomplished over the last 3 years. He would have found joy in graduating with you. Care and compassion is me trying to remember a day when I didn't see a Gody shirt on campus. Care and compassion is me seeing the seniors up in the stands in a driving rainstorm during senior night to watch Gody's mom get his flag to give her something to hold on to. Care and compassion exists today in that varsity locker room where his locker stands in memory of what he meant to all of us here at Port Charlotte High School. I know many have said that the COVID-19 pandemic will somehow define the class of 2020. I find that to be further from the truth. The COVID-19 pandemic has only solidified my belief that the class of 2020 is ready to face the challenges and opportunities that await. And I know no matter where you guys are at, whether you're serving this country proud in the military, going off to raise your families and get a job, or going off to school and finishing your education, no matter where you guys are at, no matter what your circumstances is, or no matter what you're doing, I hope you find peace and happiness in remembering that once you're a pirate, You're always a pirate. Congratulations. Job well done.
Good evening, friends, family, faculty, and staff. I'd like to give a special thank you to our dedicated administration, our superintendent, Steve Denisio, and all the school board members for allowing us the opportunity to have this night. We have all worked hard to get here and appreciate your efforts in planning this ceremony. Nobody will forget the class of 2020. We will forever be remembered as the first graduating class of the COVID-19 pandemic, which has taken away more than any of us could have ever imagined. No grad bash, no Easter egg hunt, no live moving on ceremony, and of course, no senior prom. We did not know that our last day of school would be the last day before spring break, our last day to roam the halls, and our last day to see familiar faces of our teachers and of our friends. We took it for granted that we would be back after spring break, that everyone would be the same, and that nothing would change. What a difference a day can make. Welcome to the new normal. Welcome to virtual classes, to Zoom meetings, and to social distancing. Who would have thought that the generation who was most criticized for spending too much of our lives inside the virtual world would in fact end up ahead of the curve? Despite all the negatives this sudden change has made us confront, this adversity has only made us stronger. For as hard as we may try to control our future, life rarely, if ever, works out according to plan. We know firsthand that it is essential to confront obstacles that get in our way. We know how to adapt, and we know how to persevere. We know how to succeed even when faced with inconceivable change. We as a class need to make a promise that we will not be remembered for what has happened to us, but instead by our many accomplishments. For our accomplishments will define who we were, not the obstacles that have just been placed in our way. We are winning athletic programs, talented musicians, devoted students, club members, and numerous volunteer organizations trying to make a difference in our world. We're lifelong friends, and we are family. None of our achievements will be overshadowed by the abrupt ending to our senior year. When people remember the class of 2020, we'll be remembered for our resilience, not for what we did not get to do. It is no secret that we are not considered the best school in the county by outsiders. But make no mistake, we stick together. We are all a part of one big family at Port Charlotte High School. It is obvious to anyone who has visited our campus that our school is different, that we are welcoming. There's a place for you here no matter where you came from or where you have been. Look around and see the diversity in our student body for yourself. We know that our diversity is part of what makes us stronger. It makes us unique. It makes us who we are and helps shape who we will become. Let our class be an example for the rest of our country. Let us teach others that our diversity does in fact make us stronger. Maya Angelou said, to develop enough courage so that you can stand up for yourself, and then stand up for somebody else. Let the class of 2020 have the courage to use what we have learned here, to make a stand. Do not remain silent. Be bold. Confront what we know is wrong. Be brave enough to go out into the world and dare to make a difference.
This moment right now is your commencement. You are entering a new chapter in your lives. Your confidence shaken. Hearts were cracked, the kind of crack that comes from loss of a season or grad bash or prom. You didn't ask for it, but the way you've dealt with it is as a true pirate should, with strength. Just remember how patient you were and how strong you were getting through these times. There's a crack in everything for a reason. It's to let the light in. Pirates, you are that light. So as you go off to the armed forces, college, technical school, some of you already started your careers. Know this, you were dealt adversity, but you overcame it, only as a true pirate could. I could not be more proud of the class of 2020. Congratulations. Now, go off and do great things. Be the change you want to see in the world and prosper. And always remember, once a pirate, always a pirate.
I, Lou Long, principal of Port Charlotte High School, hereby certify that the members of the class of 2020 that are being presented today have met the requirements for graduation established by the state of Florida and the Charlotte County Public Schools. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
As Superintendent of Charlotte County Public Schools, I hereby accept the Port Charlotte High School class of 2020 as fulfilling its requirements for graduation as set forth by the Florida Department of Education and the School Board of Charlotte County, and grant high school diplomas to the members of this class. Congratulations, graduates.
As you can see, on April 17, 2020, in approximately 9 minutes, we will have this place well lit for all the parents and the seniors to arrive to acknowledge our great seniors in the class of 2020 amid the COVID-19 crisis. So much love for all of the students, the families, and community members. We will never ever quit. Pirates for life. Here we go, hello! All right, photos. Oh, boy.